7:10 on dark and gray and rainy start to your Sunday morning. Chris Abel, our tech journalist, is joining us with the latest from the Consumer Electronics Show and more. Chris, good morning and Happy New Year. First time I'm speaking to you in 2026.
Yay! Happy New Year, Joanne.
I know, it's a little late, but we got it in there. Okay, before we get to the Consumer Electronics Show, which is a massive, massive deal, we want to talk a bit about a disturbing trend here on X and how AI is maybe being used in a very inappropriate way.
Yes, this is a huge story. It's a big concern. So X, formerly Twitter, has a artificial intelligence called Grok, Grok. And recently they added a feature to this Grok that's called an image generator. By having a conversation with the artificial intelligence, you can ask it to create images for you. You may not be very good at drawing, but Grok can take care of that for you. People have been using Grok, however, mischievously, badly, to generate sexual imagery of targets of people. So not only does it remove the clothes of a photograph, of someone in a photograph, but you can actually have it pose the person in really awful sexual positions.
Ugh.
And the concern has been is that not only is this being done non-consensually with adults, but there's been lots of examples of people doing this with children. And so the backlash immediately occurred with lots of government agencies reaching out to X and saying, hey, you have to stop this, block it, curb it, block it, whatever you have to do. X, in response, has merely done a change where in order to access the feature, the tools are still available, you have to pay subscription fees. Elon Musk has criticized the concerns and dismissed them as merely being a form of censorship.
Ugh.
He sees the tools are something that are valuable to those who want to have political discourse, that it should not be prevented from creating sexualized images of politicians. I don't know. So already the first country that has banned it is Indonesia. Other countries are looking into it. Here in Canada, the AI minister merely said, look, they already have a Bill C-16 that's in the process of adding deep fake imagery to the criminal code. Once that's completed, then it allows them to be able to address what's going on with X or Grok.
That's the thing with technology. You never know how and who is going to be using it. Okay, we'll definitely be following that story. Okay, let's head over to the consumer. Before we talk about some of the fun stuff that comes out of the CES, to remind people what the Consumer Electronics Show really is and all of this sort of excitement around it.
So the Consumer Electronics Show is an annual show that takes place in Las Vegas. And this is where the tech industry gathers to showcase and discuss all the latest innovations that have been coming out. So this is, you think of every major form of technology from VHS and beta to HD, DVD, and Blu-ray. All of those things have been unveiled at the Consumer Electronics Show over the years. So it's always a great opportunity to see what's coming out in the given year. So this year, we've had a number of really cool innovations. What I like is that we're starting to see companies you don't normally consider to be part of tech. So the big one, and the one that the general consensus has been that the biggest innovation that we saw is from Lego. I get criticized for often talking about Lego. People say, what does Lego have to do with tech? Well, here you go.
So this is cool. This is the Lego Smart Brick. What is this?
The Smart Brick is a Lego brick that has a small microprocessor built inside. The computer chip is about the size of one of the little bumps that's on the brick. And then packed into the brick is all other sorts of wireless technologies and sensors. You've got accelerometers, just like the iPhone has. You have LEDs. You have wireless technology as well as wireless charging. They don't use batteries. You charge it like you would a smartphone. This allows a brick not only to light up, but it has a speaker system that allows it to play sounds. It allows the bricks to be able to just wirelessly interact with other bricks. So what's cool is that if you build something with a bunch of bricks, let's say you build a car, now with the Smart Brick added to it, as you push the car around, it's going to start to make sounds of engines, of driving. It'll also be able to recognize other cars that you've built. And so you can have two cars driving along and do a little race, and it'll be able to detect which one crosses the finish line first.
Wow. Okay, so Lego really does have its place in the tech world. Okay, so from
Absolutely.
Lego, we're going to the beauty industry was also front and center at the expo.
Yeah, L'Oreal has gotten into developing technology themselves. In fact, it was a few years ago I got to go to Paris and visit their innovation lab, where they told me that they had a mandate to try to come up with one new gadget every year. So at CES, they unveiled 3 new gadgets. The first is really cool. It's a hair straightener, but it uses infrared light. So they said the concern that has been expressed by women everywhere has been that when you use normally hair straightener products,
Hmm.
there's so much heat that's involved, it often is very damaging to the hair.
Yes,
So,
I will tell you that that is the truth. Yes, and if it starts to smoke, you're in trouble. Yes, go ahead.
gotcha. So they have a hair straightener that instead of having heat generated that way, that it's going to use infrared light. And the lighting system will be able to generate enough heat that you can do styling with it, but it's not going to cause any kind of damage. In fact, it'll dry your hair 4 times faster and
Wow.
then make your hair double as smooth. This is something that they've unveiled, they showed off, but they say that the R&D won't be done, so it won't actually be released until 2027.
Okay, well at least there's technology because right now there's a very fancy hair. I won't name the brand, but it's about $750, and that's the
Right.
fancy one, and it still takes a bunch of time. And I will, I will tell you, it is not worth it. That is my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, and also masks, face masks.
LED-based face masks. So yes, using light technology in order to do skin treatments. So 2 cool things. First is that the LED face masks that L'Oreal has generated use both red and near-infrared light. And so that is there to treat lines, wrinkles, blemishes on the skin. But what's cool is that the mask that they've created is a silicone-based mask. So when you pick it up, it's almost like a rubbery sheet, and then you place that and stretch it across your face. So it actually matches the contours of your face and all the facial features. It's available in 2 different versions. There's the face mask, and then they have little eye masks that are kind of teardrop shaped that fit along the bottom of your eyes. Again, we don't know what the price is going to be. Similar to the infrared hair straightener, it's something that will come out in 2027.
Look at that, 2027, the year that the beauty industry is taken over by tech. Chris Abel, it's always such a pleasure to chat with you. You can follow him at Real Chris Abel. That's Chris with a K, for all of his adventures. Chris, it's always so much fun to chat with you. We'll speak again next weekend.
All right, take care.